Hello and welcome to our next StormGate show match Elephant Yeti Cup. It's basically an internal cup that the devs did play, and we already had HuiGB taking out A-Smith and moving on to the semifinals. Now we have K-Dong against Swifty today, and we're going to see how this is going to work out. We're going to see and find out what races are going to be played here in just a little bit. And it seems like we have Swifty being the Infernals and K-Dong, which I'm pretty sure is Kevin, or Monk. He used to work for Liquipedia, I think, or Liquipedia, I think, yeah. Been there an admin, and then he moved on to work for Blizzard, and now he is working with StormGate. And yes, I heard he is a very strong player, so we're gonna expect good things here. Maybe we're gonna see a Vanguard win, finally, which feels like it has been a little bit low on those recently. And there we go, already going with the scout, trying to harass those imps a little bit. Swifty, I'm not really sure. I don't know if this is actually Swifty, the influencer, or the World of Warcraft player, basically. The gamer Swifty, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's just roll with it for now. I'm gonna go for an Iron Vault and Meat Farm. It's a very standard opening here for the Infernals, it seems. And yeah, it's just gonna get some early broods out. There we go. Those Meat Farm Fellhawks, they're called. I'm gonna start and push back the Scout harassment. And we see two imps moving out. It's either gonna be a Meat Farm Shrine, or it's gonna be... yeah, I think it's gonna be Meat Farm Shrine. Could be a Shroud Stone as well, but usually Shroud Stones come down a little bit later. Let's see where the placement's gonna be. The shrine, a little bit different placement. Oh, wow. And he cancels this one, actually. But that's a little bit weird. So he wants his shroud, basically, to be on the left rather than on the right, which I can totally understand. On the other side, we have a habitat, a supply depot, and a barracks working on. We haven't seen any of those supply depot upgrades yet, and I'm curious to see if Mr. Dong... Kevin Dong is gonna, if Monk is gonna be able to do that. If he's gonna utilize those. Already clearing a resource camp here, getting some extra resources. Gonna lose some health, of course. It's always a trade-off, right? So you're gonna lose some health on your units, but you get some resources there. And he's actually clearing both of those resource camps in the middle, it seems. Needs to be a little bit careful though. No, does not want to lose a Lancer here yet. And yeah, one is going really low there already. Maybe gonna pull this one back a little bit more. No, it's just gonna finish off the creep cap. Excuse me there. Gonna lose a little bit more health than I thought. And yeah, we see, oh wow, a lot of bobs going down there actually for the extra base. It's just gonna, whoa, really quickly build this up. It feels like it's like 10 bobs or something. Maybe we can see the number in a little bit. Yeah, it's 8 bobs here, which constructed this command post within 3 or 4 seconds or something. Insane construction speed. It's gonna, of course, enable a lot of extra resources here. And yeah, so the strategy from Kevin Dong was to just build as many bobs. So he just had one too many. And yeah, then basically move with 8 down and just almost insta-construct his extra base so he can almost, like, needless, you know? Like from a sewing machine, you know, those things. He can, well, like very nicely, very smooth transition into a bigger economy there. I really like that move. Free roots, picking off a vision camp. Of course, these also provide resources. All creeps on kill will provide you resources. Dog using his extra vision here is a little bit annoying there for Swifty. Not able to move freely over the map. And it feels like Kevin Dong is transitioning into a couple mech base now. We're gonna see if it's gonna be Hedgehogs or Vulcans. I kinda assume Hedgehogs. And yeah, we see a couple Iron Vaults and a Meat Farm here at the front for Swifty. Of course, those buildings also to block any quick moving units trying to move into the base for harassment, right? So you can wall off in this game, and it will make tight walls, and you can, of course, block with units. We see a Brute here trying to take out, harass the mineral line, but even the split into fiends, almost one of those fiends gets stuck. and the rest of the Lancers will just be able to pick off those Fiends. No issue whatsoever. I think in the current version the Fiends do not lose health anymore. But yeah, there we go. A couple mech base and a habitat. And I'm gonna be curious here if this habitat is gonna be made into a solar panel system. There we see some hedgehogs. As you can see, they look completely different now. And they look really cool. They have 4 rockets, they have like 4 legs, and they will just smoothen out a little bit when they stand, and then they will just like go into drive mode. And they deal a lot of damage. There is an upgrade for those hedgehogs, and it will provide extra range, attack range. There's a very big upgrade actually. See what the plan is, but it looks like he's trying to go for some harassment. We didn't see any shroud stones here yet, and it feels like there's one being created right now. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like there's one almost being out there. And oh, we already have 2 Hellborn here. Oh, it's a meat farm. My apologies. So the Shadow Cleft is gonna be able to produce those Hellborn teams, and yeah. That's our tier 2 unit here. You can't really commit with the hedgehogs into those hellborns. I think they're just gonna destroy you. Oh yes. You need to be careful there. There's 2 hedgehogs trying to harass the mineral line here with a scout actually. With one of those vision, there's like an ability. You can basically play like place a scout drone, which is, I think, invulnerable. It's kind of like a scan from StarCraft 2, but it lasts longer and it's kind of stationary. And then it flies in a path, in a straight path. So it starts at your command center and then it flies in a path to the position which you want it to be. So it will discover things on the way as well. It feels a lot, like a little bit strong right now. There we go. Trying to dodge those projectiles and trying to pick off those Trying to pick up those big brutes there. And we've got a couple of Vulcans now as well in our defense here. We need some Bob overcharge maybe. Be a little bit careful here. He's gonna yeah, he's gonna lose one of those Vulcans here really fast. But the third Vulcan joining the fray. But actually this Vulcan is kind of like, oh, it's shielded. Okay, so why is it shielded? I'm not 100% sure. What happened there? Now we pick it up. Oh, that's such a cute move here. Picking it up, dodging those shots, actually. That's really cool. And just destroying the attack here from Swifty. And those Lancers are gonna pick off those reinforcements. The Hedgehogs are gonna go and finish the rest. Bob's coming out for the repairs here, and we have the evac to try and, yeah, either micro your units out of projectiles or just be very mobile on the map. That will enable drops for harassment. There's a lot of things you can do with an evac. There's also upgrades for those. A movement speed upgrade. And that dog, that needs to be, yes, scouting ability. So he will get a scout on the army here. And unfortunately this does show, reveal the dog to Swifty there. And he's just gonna pick that off. Going for a third base right now. Like there's something blue in the base from Swifty right now. We're not gonna take a look over here, but you can see those supply depot solar habitats. And maybe we're gonna see what the evac is doing in the main base. We're not gonna see it. It feels like there's some... Oh wow, I think it got picked off. We're not gonna see it, unfortunately. So the evac got picked off, and I'm pretty sure he had 2... what are they called? 2 Vulcans in there, and he did some harassment, and we have a fight actually in the middle of the map, which we're also not gonna take a look at. Come on, little observer, you can do this. Maybe I should ask them if I should observe the next game. So there was 3 hedgehogs trying to harass a little bit, poke the front there, and there we go. Those are those solar habitats. They are basically linking to one building. And as you can see, there's like a little bit of green sparkles or something flying from the building, right? That means it is already producing faster right now. It's, I think, a 20% buff to the production speed. So basically any production duration is reduced by 20%. That's a lot of time. And you can also link those to the buzzsaw cannon, for example, if you make those into a solar one, and it will increase the attack speed. Finally, we're gonna take a look around at what the players are doing right now. We're done with the base. Clearing a vision cap here, getting those extra resources is really neat. Expanding a third base here, but it feels like Swifty's expansion speed is not really matching the one from Monk here. And yeah, it feels like he's kind of playing from behind all the time, but I'm not 100% sure. It seems he was thinking about taking a fourth base, now moving out with his units there again. He was standing around the fourth base there. But yeah, maybe he's not ready there yet. Alright. Oh wow, so he's actually oversaturating one of these... Oh, I can't remember the green stuff basically. And just gonna clear that one. We've got hornets coming out. Okay, so you just saw a very glimpse of it. We're gonna be producing air units here for Monk, and they are just on the top of the screen. There we go, hornets maybe. Yes, there we go. So those hornets, they are very, very, very fast, and they have actually kind of. I don't want to say strong, but they have like a medium strong attack damage. And they're very microbolt, but air units in StormGate do not stack. As you can see, they deal a lot of damage actually. Once you have like 4. But there we go. Oh my god. So these little flyers you see there with a placeholder graphics, they are basically like Scourge. And they suicide into air units and they just blow them up. I think they do AoE as well, so you really want to spread out your air units here. But of course, air units not being able to stack is gonna help you a lot. There we go. We have some atlases being deployed here in very defensive positions. I think those hedgehogs are also in a deployed position, meaning they are in anti-air mode right now. So every air unit that comes close to them is gonna get like blasted by rockets. And we have 4 hornets trying to move out again here from the to the north side here, trying to avoid the vision, but just flying through a vision camp here, which has been taken from Swifty. So Swifty with the map control is kind of, he knows where everything's going. Oh, there we go, Atlas already firing, but we see a a shot basically trying to kill out the Atlas there. Needs to be a little bit careful. Already losing some units into these Atlases. Once they hit, they do tons of damage to those units there from Swifty, and Swifty needs to pull back here. Cannot really push into this position. And yeah, we see he lost a lot of units there in the front. Those Hornets, they managed to pick off an Imp, I think, which was supposed to make the 4th base for Swifty, so he's slowing down that expansion speed here already. We can see we're starting to have a lot of Hornets here at this point, and you see they do a lot of damage, but they are very brittle, so already losing a lot of health on one there. Second, needs to pull back here. They have a little bit of a strange sound yet, as you can hear, but they actually have the, I think it's the evac or medivac voice actor. Really cool voice acting. Oh, trying to pick off a key unit here in the middle. I think that's the one that stuns. Oh wow, those Hornets, they speed up a lot. But still a big hit here into those Hornets, and they all are gonna be needed to repair here. Need some repair. You can also use like a medic basically, and have a nano swarm ability, which will heal your mechanical units, basically. And yeah, we see an army of brutes and one stun bro. Just gonna call him like that. We see some extra shrines here come down, trying to go for more resources there. 50 that is, trying to expand to more and more locations. It feels so like the army is not really evolving here for Swifty that much, and Monk is stacking up a lot of mech units at this point. We see a ton of Atlases. He's very defensive positioned right now. We have a lot of Hornets flying around. We have those Atlases, we have a lot of Vulcans coming in as well currently. And yeah, seems like everything's going very smooth here for Monk. Some tons and tons of units there. And he has already his 4th base secured as well. A couple sentry posts there, just plain, not being loaded with any extra units. And those Shadow Flyers, they're gonna try to catch those Hornets. But yeah, as you can see, those map control right now, basically Monk not contesting the map control, is enabling a lot of creep camps here for Swifty. Basically farm those and get those extra resources. I'm trying to put some pressure on with these Hornets right now, but there's so many Shroud Stones, I don't think he can commit in here. Those Hornets are not gonna last too long, as well as the Shadowflies. They should come in right now. Oh my god, this might be just the end of all the air units. Oh! Swifty with a perfect interception there. Completely dominating the air fight, and no air units left here for Kevin Dong. Nothing left in the air, and now those Brutes, they kind of seem ready to go. They wanna like attack, they wanna see, but this position, it just feels not attackable right now. You can't really go in there, can you? Well, it's trying to poke you a little bit. Okay, so there's like some abilities on these units. The bigger units usually have some consume ability, and it will basically regenerate the white health. Oh, destroying the trees right now. Yeah, I love this. So the wow, it really got killed. Okay, so it was very low. It only had white health, and he used it to basically destroy all those trees. So he has a bigger attack path now coming in with all of his units. But still, it feels like, oh my god, so much AoE damage going down here on Swifty's army and completely getting destroyed. The annihilation. Kevin Dong almost losing nothing. Such an efficient fight here. Needs to be a little bit careful. Those Atlas shots, they deal friendly fire as well, so shooting some of those into his eco line is a little bit yeah, dangerous there. But now unrooting all of his siege units and trying to move out here, push across the map, I think, and we're gonna see an attack from our Vanguard player. There we go, the Flayed Dragon. This is an ability, and it is so basically it costs you, like, it costs supply, it costs money as well, but you also need 300 dead units on your account, basically. Okay, so now we have those what are they called, those Vulcans. They can also destroy those trees, as we can see there right now. We opened a path here, and Swifty is gonna pull back right now. He needs to defend his base from an angle that's completely undefended. There's no defensive structures here. There's only one. There was like a couple Shroud Stones, but those got picked off very easily. And the Dragon alone then is not gonna be able to fight or win this fight here. There is not too much anti-air defense though. We have a couple Hornets here coming in, and we have those Hedgehogs being in anti-air mode deployed there. The Dragon is very strong. It has a couple abilities. It has like a breath that will infest units, and then it can also clear that infestation and regen his white health. But it's not going to be used, only the breath with the infestation. And now we're just going to push in here. GG, Swifty has left the game. And Kevin Dong is just going to finish him with one big push here. Seems like the mech army was a little bit too strong there. There we go. Map number 2. Wow, that was very fast. Kevin Dong in the left. And Swifty in the top right. I'm just going to have a little bit of a drink here. Okay, so it seems like a fast expansion build here from Swifty. And this is going to be scouted, of course, by the dog. Gonna see, and hey, do you have anything hidden? Where's your buildings? Why is there nothing? Oh, there's actually an iron vault coming down. Very forward here. Already pushing out on onto the expansion now. But no meat farm, and it's not going to be on Shroud. What it means is basically any unit that spawns in a Shroud is just going to generate extra white health, right? So whatever it moves through it, it will just strengthen up a little bit. Imps are trying to push back the scout here. Scout's trying to prevent the base from being taken here. We cannot see the resources actually, but it seems like it was just in time to block it a couple times there already. And it's just gonna delay it as long as possible. There we go, finally putting down the shrine. It's actually not in the correct position where you really want it to have. So it will have like shroud to the lower part more, but you really want to have it very spread out. And it's got to be siegeable from the low ground. There is like builds where you go build sentry posts down there and get some exos and rush exos and basically just start to destroy. Okay, there's a sentry post, but that one feels kind of far away. It's not gonna range into that area, but we're gonna see. Maybe there's gonna be a proxy base being set up here, a sentry post, a barracks. And then going forward with more sentry posts and extra, what are they called? Supply depots for attack speed, for example. You can do that. He's gonna build a lot of dogs right now. But if you put a dog on a sentry post, it's just gonna grant you vision. Maybe that's his game plan there, but the dog has a lot of vision itself. So I'm not sure really. We're gonna see what his plan is here. I mean, that's like a very far away. Is this gonna be to finish off the resource camp, maybe? We're producing a lot of dogs right now. And, oh, it's gonna be for the... Of course, the Bob can jump into the sentry post. And it's gonna be able to automatically repair anything in its proximity. Basically close to it. Gonna get a couple meat farms here. They're gonna be cancelled, so they were just to save those imps here. Quick thinking there from Swifty, I really like it. The dog's not really finding too much damage yet. They're gonna go back now to the repair tower, and you're gonna be seeing, there you go, the green beam of healing. And it's just gonna heal up all of these dogs. Going in with a fresh group here again, trying to snipe some of those imps, but it feels like, oh, they're actually gonna get one here, gonna get another one. And some nice damage here already from those dogs. And yeah, trying to not lose any, just gonna move back now, just gonna repair them all up again, I think. And that's gonna be the idea here. So that's the sentry post. As you can see now, he's healing up everything there. On the other side, we have an expansion. Not gonna see more dogs, it seems. We have a bionetics lab, and this enables us exos and medics. So we're gonna see. Also, the dogs, they have an upgrade. I think. I'm not 100% sure how this was changed yet, but I think it's a slow. So the attack got slow. Oh, one of those dogs did die to the infestation. It did spawn a fiend, and well, it did scout this position here. Sentry post. Moving with those dogs, clearing those resource camps. They're actually very fast and not too bad. Again, kind of feel like a little bit like Zerglings, but not as good. He's gonna gain a lot of extra resources here, though. This is so much money. This is very easy kills, very easy pickoffs, and it's 4 camps. And he should clear this one. He's gonna clear it with 4 dogs. I'm not gonna lose one there. Be a little bit careful. Trying to move for a bigger camp, it seems. A vision camp here as well. And we're gonna get a couple meat farms down here for Swifty. And trying to break this forward position, it seems. And he's very, very careful moving across the map. Yeah. He's also gonna secure this big... I cannot remember the name of it. I'm just gonna call it gas. Gonna secure a big gas point there. The Bob trying to move out. Sentry post is not gonna get salvaged. Is it gonna get salvaged? I think it is. That's why it's not shooting, but yeah. There we go. It actually did finish the salvage. So, as you can see, there was like a money sign. And yes, so he got, I think, 75% back. Maybe even more. He got a lot of money back from that. You can salvage those structures as Vanguard. And it was kind of the perfect play here. Those dogs, though, they are not in a good spot. And that's the worst play. Just after the perfect play here, losing so many of his harassment force, his mobile force. And we're gonna see what's gonna be back at home. There's a lot of lancers, and those are basically enough to keep Kevin safe here. Yeah, they should be enough. But there's Gaunts in there as well, so this might be a very close match actually. We need some extra lancers coming out here, and those dogs they also need to... I don't really know if you want them in the fight, because they will get infested and then will spawn fiends. And there we go. That's an ability. So you can create a shroud on the map wherever you want. It's gonna cost you some of those stacked up things, but yeah, souls, I guess. But it's gonna be fine. It's gonna generate extra health here right now for all of those infernal units. Those gaunts are gonna be pushed back down there and are gonna fall here. Only one gaunt left, and those brutes also almost out of juice here. Only fiends kind of remaining, trying to go up into the rest of the second base, but one guy into the buzzsaw cannon, already trying to clear the health camp here. Very, very confident Kevin Dong, that is, and pulling back his workers. We have a lot of workers here. There's so many bobs down there, and he needs to fix his economy. Everything from the top base also just moved down to the main base, and yeah, he needs to fix this as soon as possible. There we go. Finally moving up again. And yeah, we kind of lost. I think we lost the building, and it was producing an upgrade, so that was not what you were looking for here. Utilizing the repair tower here to repair those dogs. They are mechanical, of course, as we don't use actual pets. Like lives, you know. Lives do matter in this game. There's no actual animals. Those are mechanical. I don't know why they're furry, but they are mechanical furry. This outpost is not done yet. Those shroud stones are not finished. This is the perfect opportunity here for Kevin to come in and deal some damage. Gonna destroy one of those meat farms, one of those shroud stones very, very quickly, but Swifty coming in with his army to push and defend this. He has a lot of gaunts and brutes. Those gaunts have their range attack, and they will also infest on hit to spawn any extra fiends from your killed enemies. And these scouts kind of get, you know, become a double-edged sword at that point, because they die very fast. And I think we just had one exo being falsely rallied here, and yeah, that one got killed and made into a fiend. As you can see, there's one fiend, and another bad rally here from Kevin. Oop, there we go. Those exos, you really want to stack those up. They do a lot of damage. Imagine if there was 5 now with this army, not 3. It looks completely different. Kevin moving out, trying to secure a base, it seems, over there. He's at least gonna use some of those to build something there. We have one medic in the army as well, trying to heal up any wounded unit. We're gonna get a shroud here. And this is immediately picked off here from Kevin Dong. I didn't actually know that he could just pick it off, but it seems like it was not the perfect position here. The extra coming from behind, just clearing that one. And feels like the AoE from the Lancers is gonna be enough here to push through this army from Swifty. We only have Lancers and the medic left though, but this is gonna be enough to maybe harass the space. Let's see what is there on static defense. How Kevin Dong is gonna decide to move his army around. We have some more reinforcements. This is also a base he could have been taken, but he's gonna decide for the forward base, which is gonna give him some push potential and strengthen his forward position, of course. There we go. Medics coming in again, trying to heal up this army a little bit. Kind of out of juice right now a little bit. And yeah, feels like those Lancers have an opportunity here to move in. And now you can see those iron bolts they just finished. They're going to be able to produce extra units. There we go. Very fast. But they only have 1 stack when they spawn. So you'll only be able to produce 1 unit until the next stack is done. Exos trying to move in here. Reinforcements a little bit disjointed there. We have a lot of healing power right now in this army. We kind of need a little bit stronger frontline, it feels. Some of those are very weak. And yeah. Just a good old standoff right now. Oh, Kevin Dong splitting his army. The one medic was a little bit out of position there for a second, but going in with his lancers now. Healed up army here, perfectly fine. One lancer getting caught and an exo as well, getting caught on the top side there a little bit. But really again here for his reinforcements. Needs to be careful with those. Not really stacking up his units as he should do. And those exos, they are dealing some damage there. I think when they shoot and hit, they will gain some movement speed. That is an upgrade you can basically research for those guys. And yeah, is it the Magmadon? That one has an ability which will stun everything around it from enemies, or like slow it, and you can upgrade it into a stun. Now we have a Shroud getting deployed here. Oh, one Lancer getting adventurous there. Gonna be picked off. It's like, no, we're gonna be able to move back to the army, and now we're gonna try and move in here from Swifty. Trying to use his army to clear out Kevin Dong's army here. But not gonna be disengaging here for a second, but it feels like this is gonna be tough to retake this position here. We see some extra reinforcements now, those exos coming back here, and we have some exos on the flank on the left side as well, the reinforcements. And now we're gonna see the overcharge on the mobs. Everything's gonna move in. Oh, all those reinforcements are getting caught there in between those exos, and it feels like this is gonna be a big defense here for Kevin Dong. We have so many mobs being pulled into the battle, but they're kind of standing just to the side. If they would participate right now, this would be so much more one-sided. Just microing those exos right now, trying to clear that Magmadon. That Magmadon can also consume fiends to instantly regain its white health. I'm not 100% sure on the cooldown of that, but feels like finally this force has been cleared here and pushed back. So Swifty is gonna fall back to his third base. Both players decided to expand aggressively, which is kind of interesting, and it's gonna get them, yeah, quick reinforcements basically to the front line. Yeah, they're eventually gonna bash heads there with buildings. As you can see, some of those units have like ranks. That Lancer, for example, is a rank 3. You can't see it, like a captain or something, and it does deal a lot of extra damage. Actually, I did some research, and an Exo, for example, does deal 19 damage per shot, and I think a 3 rank Axel deals like 25 damage per shot. That's like 6 extra damage per shot. It's not a lot of damage. Oh, sentry post here. I'll be shooting at that fiend, but as you can see, those bland sentry posts, they almost deal no damage. Very weak, and we're gonna see the army rotating back here. Kevin Dong. Those mobs are all infested. If they die, they will just become fiends. Not what we want here. Kevin Dong tried to split off his army, tried to have a force move into the front as well, but feels like he needs to bring everything at home, which he has right now. Overcharging here again, but not pulling the mobs yet into battle. Only a couple going in so far, coming from the south side. Those are kind of low though. He needs to be a little bit careful with his economy there, using them as fighting units. Just moving, using the micro on his exos right now, and medics using them to kind of block a little bit for his exos, trying to get a good engagement here. And yeah, blue, beautiful hit and run there. Kevin Dong. Is it enough though? It feels like Lancers are kind of falling here. The front line is about to get destroyed, and our exos, they might fall next here. It's just gonna be barely enough though. I think there was just enough blocking here from those medics and the Lancers, and just enough reinforcements. We will kind of finish this battle here, and as you can see, those units, they get stronger, right? So that's really cool. You need to be very careful. They were infested though, so if you move out too early away from your medics, they will just die. Or with the dog, if you remember. Beginning of the game. Man, medics, just go heal it up. We're forgetting a lot of bobs right now. A lot of idle economy down here. Some units idling as well. And it feels like Kevin Dong is a little bit shaken here. those attacks by Swifty feel like they have definitely done their toll to our Vanguard player. But yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Another expansion here from Swifty. Kevin Dong also expanding, so both players still matching their expansion speed and no one really going ahead. And Kevin Dong scouting the wrong position here. So he's not going to be able to find this in time. It's going to get up and it's going to be defendable here for Swifty. Now, I think there was one Lancer which just moved in and saw the expansion. And we're going to get a transition into Exos. Into Vulcans right now, yeah? Into our mech units. Oh, Exos in a very good position here, picking off so many of those Gorns. They need to be careful. They're not high health units. As you can see, they fell very quickly. Now finally got some Magmadons going in here, trying to go ham onto those Exos. Still missing the stun upgrade though, which I really want to see at this point. He had a lot of time to research. Oh, there we go. It just finished, and now you can see how strong those Magmadons really are with those stuns. But if they have nothing to support them, then they're not strong enough. Just gonna die. There's so much stuff here for Kevin Dong, and it feels like he's just gonna overwhelm this position here. And this is the third base. This is gonna cut off all the reinforcements to the fourth base, and this might just be the breaking, the straw that breaks the camel's back, as they say. We have some Vulcans now also joining, Lancers. A very strong army composition, it seems, here for Kevin Dong. He has a lot of meat. And oh, we have a Flake Dragon here. Gonna do some spitting, basically. Vomiting onto the army there, but not really following up. And yeah, it was a little bit of a waste. Now he doesn't have the ability up. And if he goes... Oh, there we go. Okay, it's up again. Sorry. Gonna see if he can find any damage here on this army, but only Gorns, they're not gonna be enough, as you can see. It's just overwhelming power here. We have a Nano Swarm also healing up basically the Vulcan, and everything around it also is gonna get healed here. So it's like an AoE healing ability. It's a very strong healing ability, and feels like there's nothing that really can stop Kevin's army right now. Swifty's trying to reproduce whatever he can, but he's just out of stacks. He doesn't have enough production facilities. He doesn't have enough stacks. This is one thing you can do with Infernus, is you can stack production facilities, for example, and then you can just reproduce so many units at a time. The Dragon trying to do some extra super micro there, but not gonna be enough here. GG! Swifty says GG and leaves the game. Kevin Dong is gonna take a 2-0 here. And yeah, that was a lot of fun actually. Showing us a lot of two different compositions basically. One mech, very committed mech composition, and one very biocentric force there. And yeah, that was a lot of fun actually. Watch and cast that. Swifty putting up a very good fight here. Was having a map control in game 1 and 2 actually. Well, 2 not as much, but game 1 was having map control basically most of the time. And then kind of just falling to, well, failing in his attack and then falling to the counter attack there. And yeah, in game 2 basically both players fighting for map control there, and it feels like Monk or Kevin Dong was just having too much of an efficient army there in the end. There we go. That's gonna be our second best of 3 done here from the Elephant Yeti Cup StormGate. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the subscribe button. Just give it a follow, give it a like. And we're gonna see us in the next one. Petruk against Ahudalsan. And yeah, I hope we're gonna see some insane actions there as well. Well, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.